Hi, Sharon. I'm so happy to see you. Welcome to Just Be You podcast. For those that are new to the show, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a repeat listener, welcome again. It's 2023, and I'm so excited for this season. I've got some amazing guest speakers in all fields, all women, and I'm just so excited to hear what they have to say and just build this thing of community and just, be amazing women together and to reinforce that there are people that share the same mindset as you. Like, we're out there. But before we kick it off, we're going to start off with a little game of this or that. You ready, Sharon?
Yes, I love games.
Okay, cool. So you have the option of choosing which one. This is, that or this.
Okay.
So which question would you like?
This.
Okay. So are you into working alone or working in a team?
Oh, that's a really hard question. Oh my God. I am a people person who has a lot of trouble delegating.
Yeah, that
but I gotta go with the team.
Yes.
I gotta go with working with people.
Okay, I like that. You're not the only one. I'm like that. I'm also like that too. I guess it's that, we gotta let go of the control thing, but I want to do it.
Yeah.
I see the vision.
I want to let go of that. Like, even saying it feels good. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I miss working with a team.
I know. This or that? Which question would you like?
Let's go with that this time.
Okay. Are you into group travel or solo travel?
Are you in my head? Oh my God. Okay. It's funny that you say that because my year is going to be like, travel is a huge part of my year this year.
Yes.
And this year, I am all about solo travel. I am fine joining like a group of other solo travelers where we'll come together for lunch and then go off and do their own thing. But I am all about leaving the family behind. I'll leave girlfriends by y'all. But I will do a couple friend trips, but I need some solo travel. I have not traveled alone since 2004.
Oh, wow.
Look at your face.
I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready.
She's like, oh Lord.
I mean, but hey, when it's the right time, it's the right time. And 2023 is the right time.
Yeah. 2023 is the year of the solo traveler. I'm ready.
Yes. Okay. This or that?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm gonna go with that.
Okay. Top 3 90s sitcoms.
Sister Sister.
Yes.
Wayans Brothers.
Ooh.
Living Single.
Yes, all my favorites. I agree on all fronts.
Oh my God, there were so many that I could have chosen from.
I know. The 90s.
You just and now I'm just like, I want to name all of them. I'm like, girlfriend. Like,
yes.
Can't go Mr. Cooper and like Smart Guy. Like, I just want to go down the list. I was a TV-aholic.
Well, did you watch the TGIF lineup?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Just gotta check.
I do the Urkel. Don't play with me.
Okay. Do.
Yes, baby. That was me.
Yeah. If only TV would kind of return to that same kind of like formula, things would be. I would appreciate that.
I would appreciate it. Yes, nostalgia. Bring it back.
Okay, this or that?
What did I do? I said this, that, this.
Okay. So, would you prefer to see into the future or change the past?
I think I would have to go with neither.
Oh, why neither?
Because I am who I am because of my past.
Okay.
And seeing the future is dangerous.
That is true.
I feel like I am where I am today because of all of the things I've been through and because of all of the milestones that I've met. Now, mind you, if somebody said, if I could go back and somebody could just whisper in my ear, invest in Google, invest in Apple, but
Yeah.
everything else could stay the same. Like if I could have all of the, everything else could stay the same, but there's a little bit more money in my pocket, that'd be one thing. But I feel like it would change my story too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about the people that I've been able to help because of my story. I think about the people that have been able to help me along my journey. I would not have met those people. I wouldn't have the family that I have. I think about there's a movie I love called it's not The Time Traveler's Wife. What's the other one?
But that was a good
I can't remember it. It's a movie about time travel, and he is a time traveler. He goes back to try to change a horrible accident, and in doing so, he comes back to a completely different baby.
Oh wow!
Because he changed this one thing. He tried to fix this. I think it's like Remember When or something like that.
Okay.
Bother me until I remember this movie. But he goes back and tries to fix an accident his sister has. And in fixing that accident and preventing that accident, this horrible thing, he comes back and instead of a daughter, he has a son. Mm-hmm. And that was just like, that is so crazy to me that like, if you go back and you change that one thing, you can change your entire future and those ripple effects. So it's just like, that always resonated with me, that it's like where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. And if you go back and change anything, like it's just everything going forward changes.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about looking in the future. If I could see what happens in the future, then that's going to change every decision I make from here forward.
Yeah.
And
then I feel like you'll kind of think in the back of your mind, well, if I make this decision, do I still get the same end result? Or is this the decision that I was supposed to make to get that result? So it's just kind of feel like
the future, you change the future.
Yeah. Well, I love that. It's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, this or that.
That.
Okay. Do you prefer a text message or a phone call?
Depends on the person.
Ooh.
It depends on the person. If they are, for my mom and my dad, I always have to take a phone call. My mom and my dad, it's always a phone call.
Okay.
And I have to let them talk it out. I can't kick them off the phone. You gotta let your mom and your dad talk it out. They gave life, let them finish, let them tell their stories. I love you, mom and dad. I do. But y'all are talkative people. Y'all can tell that I have talkative parents because I don't shut up. They don't either. I love you. But other people, I'm like, can you put it in a text that I can read and respond at my leisure? I do have friends that have dated me because I don't respond to text fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like that with my mother-in-law. Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, let me just call her because I know by the time I get the response, the event came and went and other things took place. So
and I'm like, if it's important enough to call. Yeah. But if it can be managed over text, let's text this out.
This is true.
I get it grates on me when like it's my working hours and somebody's like, I'm going to call and interrupt your day, even though I know you're working. I'm going to call you with something nonsensical right now. I'm like, you didn't need to call me for this. I have 12 meetings today and you're interrupting.
For the nonsense, but I guess. But I guess. Okay, last one. This or that?
This.
Okay, are you motivated by the money or the vision?
Oh, the vision.
Yes, to make it plain.
Yeah, because money can help you get the vision, but you gotta have the vision first.
This is true.
First. Like not only that, but like I have too many ideas to be motivated by money.
Ooh, I like that.
I got too many ideas. Like if it was about the money, then I think that my ideas would die too quickly.
I can see that, because then you just kind of because then I feel like it kind of turns into, well, which one of my ideas will kind of make me the most money, and you just kind of veer off and kind of just lose the purpose of why you began what you began, or where the origination of the idea came from. So
yeah, it's powerful to lean into what you're passionate about, and lean into the vision that you have for something. Because if it's all about the money, then that means that you're going to pass the buck, essentially. You're like, well, I'm not making enough money doing this, so then I'm going to charge people more so that I make more money.
Yeah.
And that's not what I'm in it for. If I have a vision to see somebody else succeed, then it's about that person's success, and not necessarily about how much money they're paying me so that I can help them succeed.
Right. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, I just want to let everybody know that Sharon and I originally connected over the Blaze Summit 2022. If you guys have never heard of Blaze Summit, Google it. Although I'm going to leave the link for the actual summit, because there is still time for you to view the playback. And it was just amazing. I've never been in a room, whether it's virtually or in person, with just the energy that was there. And Sharon was there, and we just kind of like connected and vibed. And I just want to know, what was the burden that you left at the conference, if you had one to leave?
Oh, right, because it was lay your burdens down. Ooh,
yeah, that was the title of it.
Or no longer my burden. Yeah, no longer my burden.
No longer my burden.
The burden that I'm still leaving, because a lot of us still struggle.
Right.
And the one that I'm still leaving is other people's opinions. I believe I don't know if it was one of the, I don't know where after one of the journaling sessions, I've been collecting journaling books.
Yeah.
Every time I see one in like Target or Marshall's or somewhere like that, I'm grabbing all of these journaling books. I've bought one from one of the speakers, and I like getting them now. Yeah. And one of the questions from one of those books was, what's the first memory that you have? And my first memory was staring in the mirror, trying to figure out what I look like to other people.
Oh, wow.
I was about 5 years old. That's my oldest memory. Staring in the mirror, trying to figure out what other people see when they look at me. Do they see what I see? Do I look pretty to them? Am I too dark? Is my hair too kinky? Am I as pretty as my cousins?
Right.
Am I too short? Am I too loud? Is my smile too crooked? I remember thinking those things as young as 5, caring what other people thought. Wow. What I know to be true now is that it was not my limiting belief that led me to ask those questions. Yeah. It was people around me telling me things like, don't do that because so-and-so will say this, or my mother pointing out someone else's behavior and me reflecting on it and making sure I didn't do that behavior that my mother pointed out, or my mother will point out the size of someone and me internalizing that as something bad to be. Wow. Don't drink, did you ever have I remember my grandmother telling me, don't drink coffee because coffee will make your skin dark.
Oh, really?
Coffee will make you black, which was one of the first books I ever read. Because my grandmother said it to me so often.
Oh, wow.
Coffee will make you black. Yeah.
Wow.
I remember looking at my skin and thinking to myself, but I don't drink coffee. Why am I dark? You know?
Wow.
Those opinions from other people, that is a burden that I am learning to let go of.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the reasons that for so long my self-esteem was rocked.
Wow. So how did you kind of like pull yourself away from that and just kind of like change those beliefs from where you're now?
I'll let you know.
Well, your progress so far.
My progress so far is that I started going to therapy. I have various coaches that I've worked with. I have a business coach. Because I've gone through coaching training, I've had access to my peers and receive, coaching sessions in training to go through some of this stuff. And it's so amazing when you start unpacking all of these things, especially after you go through therapy and you find out it's like, oh, I was hanging on to a lot of stuff. All right. Well, now that we know what's in the past, how do I move forward? And that's where a lot of times people get a little confused between, therapy and coaching. Therapy deals with the past and coaching is how you move forward. And with the therapy, what I found was that I'm struggling from anxiety and depression and PTSD, and I'm living with those things. And I'm like, okay, who am I carrying with me today? Like, which one of my saboteurs is coming in? It's like, is it this opinion that I think other people have of me? Like, it's reality versus,
what your mind tells you.
What my mind tells me, essentially. And it's like peeling back the layers on that. And it's like, okay, where's that really coming from?
Right.
And making a conscious decision. It's like, okay, are you going to believe what you're actually seeing or what you're making up?
Right.
Because you're clearly just telling yourself a story.
Yeah.
Based on
breaking that story.
Those stories are powerful. Those stories we tell ourselves are so powerful. So you got to change that internal dialogue, that internal monologue. That yourself. If you're having an internal dialogue, please talk to a therapist. Talk to a therapist.
Yes.
But yeah, it's that peeling back the layers is what I call it, is just like, keep asking yourself the whys and the whats and who's talking. And when I say who, I mean emotions. One of the things that I like to do is personify emotions. Is it fear talking? Is it guilt talking? Is it jealousy talking? Is it grief? A lot of times we're talking about, we're dealing with grief that we don't understand. And grief does not have to do with the loss of a life. It deals with change. Anytime you are dealing with change, you're dealing with grief. It's a loss of a habit. It's a loss of routine.
Right.
And a lot of times I'll peel back a layer and it's just this moment of, whoa, okay. Didn't know I was doing that.
Yeah.
Didn't recognize it. And don't be combative when someone points something out to you.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
Oh yeah. I agree with all that was said there, because I guess for me, one of the things that I guess I struggled with in terms of like my identity was because I'm Hispanic, but yeah, I wasn't Spanish enough for the Spanish people, or I wasn't Black enough for the Black people. So it was just like, didn't really have a box. And it was just like, people always came for my hair, and just having my hair in a natural state, it was just always perceived as ugly. And for a while, like when I looked into the mirror and like my hair was growing out, and I'll never forget, I must have been like 21, came home from school and I had a fever blister here. My roots were growing out and I was just like, I look horrendous. Like, I need to go to the hairdresser like now, because I'm just like ugly. I look like a hot mess. And for the longest time, that was the same thing that was like playing in my head. Until one day I was just like, well, this isn't true. And I just got over it. I'm like, I don't want to live like this. Like, I feel shackled to something that I shouldn't even be shackled to. And I was just like, If you don't like it, kind of close your eyes or look in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And at the time, this was like, what, 12 years ago? So the community wasn't as welcoming, or it didn't exist as much as it does today. So I definitely get those things. And yeah, if you think you have a big journal collection, you don't want to see mine, because I think I can probably sell some books back to somebody that I have so many.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of that, what's a common theme that you see among the women that you like help and that you coach? Some of the common things that you kind of have to like break through to take them from point A to point B.
A lot of what I see is a fear of success. Because some of the women that I deal with, where they come from, it's just like they feel like they're not allowed to level up, essentially. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, I can't do better because my sister is still down here. So if I'm doing better, don't I have to pull her up with me? Because she's still down there, so she's gonna look at me like I think I'm better than everybody.
Right.
So what is she gonna think of me if I'm up here while she's still down there?
Right.
What can I do for her from up here? And they fear that. And they fear the jealousy that comes with it. They fear the expectations that come with it. A lot of times when you do climb out, then people are, sometimes people look for a handout. There's like, what is it? Like survivor's remorse.
Yeah.
That happens. I've experienced it myself. Where I come from is like, it was like gangland, St. Louis, and all that kind of stuff. But it's like I look at my family, I'm like, no, my family like, I was like, that's not reality.
Yeah.
My family is very successful. My family doesn't want for anything.
Right.
And if I can help, I will. But it's not like I don't have people calling me and asking me for stuff. Right. Just because I have found successes, my family cheers for me. But for some reason, we fear this success as if somebody's going to be reaching out, trying to claw us back down.
Right.
A lot of time, and that's one of the things that I find that I'm coaching women through. Another thing is taking time for themselves. They want to go and go and go. And they feel guilt for taking time for themselves. They don't pour into themselves as much as they pour into others, and they don't allow others to pour into them. There are women who have partners willing to pour into them, and they don't know how to accept it. They think there is an ulterior motive, or it feels wrong. Like they feel like they should be the productive one or the nurturing one. Right. So taking that care can be difficult. It's just like, baby, sit back and let that man pamper you.
Yes.
Everything.
Right.
I'm one of them. I say this because the reason that I can help is because I have been there.
Amen.
My Kayla Life said to me, she was like, if you don't let that man do for you, if you don't let that man do for you, you put in 15 years as a mom, let that man do for you.
Right.
That's what your family is there for. That's one of the things I talked about when I did the Blaze Summer, when I spoke at the Blaze Summer. Your family is there to make you coffee while you on the grind. Your family is there to watch your kids during the 7 to 9 hour.
Right.
so that you can focus on your business. Let your family pour into you. Let your family be the thing that holds you up.
Right.
When you're about to fall over because you've been working so hard at your business. And a lot of times we don't know how to accept that help. A lot of times we definitely don't know how to schedule that time off. Schedule your time off, ladies.
Well, how long should we be taking time off? Like
however long you want. However long you want. If you are running your own business, guess what? You get to decide. You get to decide.
Without feeling guilty.
Without feeling guilty. You get to decide. I take 4 weeks. I take 4 weeks every year, minimum. That's
back to back or just throughout the year?
No. Throughout the year.
Okay.
Throughout the year.
Okay.
And that is, and this year it's going to be more. I'm going to be taking working vacations in addition to those 4 weeks.
I like that. And where are we planning on going this year?
Oh, mommy is going to Bali. Mommy's going to Portugal. Mommy is probably going to be tagging along with my sister on her trip to Cabo. I don't know how I'm tagging along because she already has it booked, but I will get in her suitcase if I have to because it's huge. She's going to lose some shoes because I'm getting in there. And I don't know where else, but I'm going.
I hear that. No, they all sound fantastic, and I look forward to hearing about it and seeing about it and living vicariously through you. And so I plan mine for this year.
I'm following everybody on Instagram that travels. I want to be one of those girls that has the huge long dress flowing behind her.
Yeah,
to be team extra all year.
I hear that.
Yeah,
because if you're not extra for yourself, no one else will be.
Okay, why not? Why not?
Exactly.
I'm tired of people saying things like, "Oh, I want to go there."
Yeah,
you want to and go.
Yeah, just plan it. Just do it. That's what I've been telling people. Just do it. If you want to do it, just do it. Everything else will just kind of work itself out, but you just have to start pushing the ball. Start kicking the ball down the hill.
Find out what it takes to go.
Yeah.
Even if you do one trip a year, you can't do 4 weeks, find 4 days. Find 4 days and go.
Yeah. Because I feel like a few years ago, I finally understood the importance of giving yourself at least one vacation out of the year. Because I don't know when I thought it was a good idea to starve myself from a vacation, but I was starving myself. And then I went on a vacation. I'm like, oh my God, this feels amazing. I feel so refreshed. I've got to start making concerted effort to do this. Yes. So I definitely, I get that kick.
It's worth it. And I definitely want to do a solo trip. I am trying so hard. I want at least 2 solo trips this year.
And you're the second person to tell me that, because I actually still keep in contact with my 8th grade teacher from junior high school.
Wow.
And yeah, she's really big into solo travel. And she was like, girlfriend, just book yourself a trip and just go. She's like, it's the most amazing thing. You're going to meet so many people. She's like, you're going to be fine. She's like, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Don't listen to anybody and their fears. You're going to be fine. Just go. She's like, really, don't talk to her about a group travel. She's like, I'll meet my group in my solo travel.
Yeah. That's my husband was like, you should take a trip around the world. And I was like, I don't know if I could do that. That's a little much, but I will take a few solo trips.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to besides travel? What are you looking forward to most in 2023?
I am looking forward to starting my podcast because I want to hear some amazing stories.
What kind of stories are you looking for? Is it something specific, or you're just kind of open to?
I want to hear the amazing stories that women have to tell, because I believe in the power of story. Stories connect us. Our histories are so powerful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, like I said, I would not be here. Like I truly believe that I'm sitting where I am right now because of the story that brought me here. Without stepping into Blaze, without standing on the stage at Blaze, I never would have gone to the second one. I never would have met you. And I never would have been right here. And I never would have got on that stage if I had never gone to therapy. I never would have gone to therapy if somebody hadn't told me their story. And they would have never told me their story if I hadn't told them the struggle that I was going through.
Right.
You know, how many times has somebody been venting or talking about something that they're going through, and somebody has thought to themselves, oh my God, I have to tell them my story, or I just read an article about this, or I just heard somebody else talking about this. I have to help this person and
Right.
tell them my story, or tell them a story that will help them.
Right.
You know,
That's amazing.
religion is based on stories.
You're absolutely right.
It is the oldest way of connecting people.
Yeah.
Is through story.
Yeah.
And we as women, we are the foundation. There is not a person on this planet who does not come from woman. Regardless of where you end up, regardless of how you identify, regardless of whether you are good or evil, you were birthed by a woman.
Yeah.
We got the best stories.
Come on now. Yes. Yes.
Where do you find solace in the lap of a woman? You can't tell me there's anything better than laying in your grandmother's lap, have her stroke your head and tell you a story.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nice and comforting.
And if you got a bad grandma, then go find somebody else's, because
That is true.
grandmother has soothed you at some point.
Yes. Or sister, great aunt. There's somebody out there.
There's a woman that has soothed your soul.
Yes. 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 So what, I know you told me, but for the rest of everyone else, what is She Breathes Life all about, and where did the name come from?
So She Breathes Life has had, God, it has been so much. So in 2015, I think I was probably nursing my baby girl. She was about 2. And I realized that she didn't have aunts, cousins, all of that like I did growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started this blog so that I could cultivate internet cousins, so that she would have all of these stories to go off of and things like that. And then I started talking to these women about their business. They had online, I was really into the planner community at the time. And the name itself was because I was a birth advocate, and I'd been counseling women on their traumatic births, essentially. And so it was about literally breathing life and giving life and giving birth, because we are amazing. We literally make an organ and grow a body, a whole person, and then expel that organ from our body.
Out of our body.
Hello.
Yeah.
We literally breathe life, like, here you go. And eventually, the blog just kind of like fell by the wayside as I went on to other ventures. And then when I started coaching, I could not let the name go, because I wanted to breathe life into other women, women who needed to see their worth, women who needed a rebirth, women who looked at their past and decided that they would carry that weight like a backpack. Like, I don't know if I said this to you, but we a lot of times will carry our history in a backpack, weighing us down, carrying all those bricks, carrying all those wounds, carrying every negative thing a person has said about us as if it's truth. And what I want to do is breathe life into somebody to the point where they take that backpack and turn it into a cape.
Oh,
I don't want you to carry that weight. I don't want, what is the point? You are woman, you are female, you are femme. There is nothing about you that says that you deserve to be weighed down.
oh, I love that.
So that is my goal, is to take every backpack that a woman carries and turn it into a cape. It can be the same fabric. We just got to get rid of them bricks, baby.
Yes.
You know?
Wow, that's beautiful. Yes, I love it. Okay, so where can people connect with you, either for coaching or where can I know your podcast hasn't come out yet, but it's slated to come out, guys, so don't worry.
March, Women's History Month. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yes. So where can people connect with you if they want to, either talk to you about your podcast or some professional help? Where can they find you?
So I am She Breathes Life on Instagram, and you can find me at shebreatheslife.com.
Woo, woo. Okay. Do you have any last parting words for the audience? Anything you want to, leave on the floor? Anything about you? Just tips or advice?
I am going to mess up this quote from Toni Morrison so much, but I love it anyway. If you have power, that means you have the power to empower somebody else.
Ooh.
And that is why it's important to always share your story, because you never know who you are going to inspire to stay, who you're going to inspire to move on to the next stage of the journey. Always tell your story, because somebody needs to hear it.
Yes, and amen. I love that. Well, Sharon, thank you again. I had an amazing time with you today, and you're just a pleasure to talk to. And I'm just so excited I went to that summit, because that was my opportunity to meet you. And like you said, it was an even bigger opportunity for us to do this. And that's, part of what Just Be You is, about just, talking to women, hearing their stories, and just kind of giving that space to people to just show up and be themselves and let other people know what they're into and, their vision. So I love it. Thank you for being a part of the community. Thank you for being a guest. And I look forward to seeing all your endeavors and just seeing you grow and do the thing. So yeah.
Thank you so much. It was so great to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yay. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Cancel. Wait, I don't want to create a poll. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Don't. Okay, hold on.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.